Hey there, thank you and welcome to my channel where we talk everything women's wellness. When it comes to menopause, there are so many changes in the body, and today we're going to talk about 3 tips that will really shift the way that you think about weight loss. My name is Natalie Rose, and I am a qualified nutritionist and a wellness advocate that I'm partner up with doTERRA so that we can tap into Mother Nature's most amazing gifts. And it's a lot simpler than you may think. So let's dive straight in to the deep dive. So, number one, when it comes to weight loss, we really want to look at the phase of where our body is in. So I'm going to say, really, at 25, our body is going through some massive shifts from kind of a thrive to a survive mode. And then we get from our 30s and then into our 40s, there is a decline. So by the time you hit 50, we really need to look at some smart solutions and strategies to support your body systems through these different phases. That when you feel stuck due to stress, there's some hormonal changes going on in your body. So when we talk about our cortisol levels, the less fat stores that we can hold in our body, depending on our body composition, can really work in your favor. You can break it down and look at the core health issues that are associated with it. Number one, what really matters? What is in your toolbox to help you get through this real, I'm going to call it a sensitive phase in our life. If you are already a sensitive person, menopause will amplify that. So intuitive eating, it can get a little bit complicated, and it doesn't need to be, because as our body shifts into another phase, we just tap into what's working on the day. So if it's a little bit more coffee today, or some beautiful coconut juice or chocolate, it's not about depriving our body. We want to get rid of all those old dieting patterns because we know they don't work. Bad dieting is something of the past that we can let go of when we start intuitive eating. Intuitive eating can tap into your emotions. We can tap into the triggers that, especially in perimenopause, where our fatigue level, our emotions are heightened, like a roller coaster. It is so unpredictable. So I've even heard some of my friends say it's really a 10-minute block. So that could be a real sign that your stress levels need to be managed. And you can do that through intuitive eating. I do have an amazing guide that you may like to download. So look down into the descriptions and check out my free resources at your fingertips, or join me for one of my mini courses. Tap into our own body systems, and our own daily rituals can really set you free from some of the struggles. So, protein is the one macronutrient that our body stores. So everything from our hair, skin, and nails. So maybe fish, it may be plant protein, it might be pork or eggs. So when we look at our digestive system, we're looking at all of the proteins involved. So making sure that we're getting a variety of foods to supply logical factors that are shifting through listening to our moods and emotions, really nourishing our body with some foods, because I know eating is a sign of self-respect. And if we're not tapping into those essential skills, listening to how our body's digesting, there are some major digestive disruptions through the hormonal changes of menopause. Reducing our processed foods can actually help manage our body's systems on a deeper, actually on a cellular level. So taking one step at a time into intuitive eating. So tapping into how our emotions, are we eating our emotions? Are we either over or under eating? Because it is so much more than calories in, calories out. It is about looking at some of the foods that we are craving. So, something that really helped me deep dive into studying nutrition and the metabolic process was a book I read from Doreen Virtue, Constant Craving. It really talks about the different hormones, the different emotional cravings that our body may feel, and some excellent affirmation. What resources do we have in the pantry? Do you have protein at hand? I've got to say that's one of my best secrets, that one of my protein in the cupboard. You know, the old times me, I would have always had perhaps a packet of biscuits, some, fast food at your fingertips, where once you have that protein, when you get that emotional connection, when your hunger cues arrive, those natural biological processes tell you that you're hungry, that you know that you have something you can reach out to. So nowadays, I have my whey protein that I can quickly whip something up. And I have. So looking at your resource, looking at your recipes and the relationship with food can really help you become and master your own intuitive feelings. Some of the key markers that are really going to help you master this phase in life. There are 4 numbers that are critical to know to help manage the big picture of your health moving forward. Now, they are my blood sugar levels, which I monitor. I used to monitor even on a daily. Nutritionalist, we do actually love playing with our food and seeing what works and what doesn't work. So look out for our macronutrient phase, where I look forward to digging a lot deeper into each macronutrient. But our blood sugar levels, understanding what is a healthy range and a fasting range, we can be suffering from brain fog as our digestive system and our estrogen levels are changing. So being grounded and understanding, is it something I need to address and dig deeper? So if you don't know your blood sugar levels, dive. I used to be a chronic fainter, and really hydration, staying hydrated is one of the biggest things. So if you water at your side is going to be your biggest secret when it comes to balancing out your blood sugar levels and your concentration through this tricky time. Your blood pressure. I have, after working in the fitness industry, I really unlocked how vital heart health is. So we know that doing cardio is great for our heart muscle, but let's look on a cellular level. What is it pumping? It's pumping blood. Blood is the vital life force of our body. It's the circulation that goes in and out of our heart. So knowing what is your normal blood pressure. I discovered mine through the gym floor. I was actually an ex-nurse who used to be on reception. I used to do the early morning shifts and not having any breakfast. I thought it was my blood sugar levels, when it was actually, I actually suffer from low blood pressure. I used to go to the doctors and they go, your blood pressure's fine. When my body was in a stressed state, either biological or emotionally stressed, so like burnt out. So when I was burnt out, my stress levels were high. Don't underestimate stress, what it can do on a cellular level. When it comes to our body composition, we want to make sure that we're actually working out and we're maintaining our muscle mass, if not increasing our muscle mass in our body composition. We can be the same weight, or we really want to be with 3 kilos, okay? And that's our average weight. Now, that is an optimal healthy range. Throughout the year, it's going to shift. And so really 2 kilos here or there, as long as you're not, we can actually put on half to 1 kilo a year. So in a decade or 5 years' time, we could actually put on 5 to 10 kilos that is going to create excess inflammation in our body. So things like making sure we're moving daily can help our mood just through boosting our endorphins. Training smarter, not harder, is one of my top secrets when it comes to really looking at our body compositions. Loving the body that you are now, not training like you did in your 40s. I did some of my PBs, my personal best as a fitness instructor or personal trainer in my 40s, but now it's about maintaining the body composition, not my total body weight. You can jump in and have a look at my blog if you want to dig deeper into how our metabolism is something we really want to tap into. So our mood, our metabolism, and our nutrition all are moving parts of our success transitioning forward. The fourth number that you really want to track is the types of nutritional fat that you're consuming. So looking at a balance of animal fats in your diet and plant fats and seeds in your diet, making sure that we're getting enough omega-3 in our nutritional plan is something you can look through a blood test. But really, when we look at our paddock to plate and then our blood platelets, so when you get that annual blood test, what is your normal? Okay, so are you slowly increasing? So our body fat percentage, and then our how is your body metabolizing that fat? We dig deeper when we get into our Nutrition 101 fat series. So if you have any more questions around these topics, I would love to know, what would you like to know more of? Is it your emotions, the different phases of menopause, the different stages, intuitive eating, or actually the cellular level on your health? What kind of solutions have you got? What wellness stations do you have set up for going through some of the most amazing years of our life?